Podcast City Network. The Everett Lee Show.
Welcome to the Everett Lee Show on this special Monday night here on Podbeam Live. I'm the Everett Lee. I want to give a shout out to everyone that follows me on social media. Everett Lee Show on Facebook, Twitter at the Everett Lower Score Lee, Instagram, Everett Lee Show, and of course, Podcast City Network. Your top source for independent podcasting. Be creative, be yourself. Head over to podcastcity.net and also head over to their Facebook page, Podcast City Network, and Twitter at Podcast City Net. And I hope everyone's enjoying their Monday night like I am here with a guest that I have lined up right now. She's right now watching me share this all over social media right now with everybody. And she's even laughing at me about it. I'm multitasking. You got to multitask. But I want to introduce my guest tonight. I've been wanting to get her on the program for quite a while. And my guest tonight is none other than the second generation queen of the German suplex, AA, Arie Alexander. How you doing?
Hi, everyone. How are you doing, Everett?
I'm great. Just fighting over a head cold I've had the last few days. Today's like the first day I actually can like breathe.
I get it. I was thinking that yesterday. I'm starting to catch a cold for whatever reason, but it is what it is. This weather sucks.
Yeah. You're all the way up in Ohio.
Yeah, Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. I can see you got the jacket on. It's like 80 degrees here. I've sweat my butt off today. And you're
I wish it was 80 degrees. It was snowing this morning, but literally 2 days ago, it was like 70 degrees. You could wear shorts outside.
Oh, nice. Nice. Don't you love that? The weather flip-flops back and forth. Like, that's how people get sick, man. That's how I got sick.
How I got sick.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a couple cold nights, and I left the AC on, and I paid for it. Yeah. Thank God for NyQuil and DayQuil.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That pretty much knocks out anything there. But you had a pretty, I'm going to throw this out here. You had a pretty busy weekend, didn't you? This past weekend. What did you do this past weekend? I seen it on your Twitter and Facebook.
So Thursday I was at OVW, which is Ohio Valley Wrestling. I'm usually there every single Thursday. You can watch that on Fight TV every Thursday at 7 p.m. And then on Friday, I was at Future Great Wrestling up in Hamilton, Ohio. And then on Saturday, I did the Square Circle Expo, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So that's like the second year they've done that?
Yes, yeah. I didn't get to go last year. I was supposed to work Nia Jax, but then I caught COVID, so I couldn't go last year. But this year was just as awesome. Oh, yeah.
I was looking at the card for like guests. They had a handful of good guests on there. Everybody from AEW to WWE to a lot of people on the indies, and they also had matches there too. So you got to do a match, didn't you?
Yeah, it was me and Shauna Reed versus the Hex, which is Allison Kay and Marty Bell, and they were awesome. They are the current NWA Women's Champions, so that was pretty awesome.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. You're getting to do that there, getting to tag with the daughter of 1,000 Maniacs, Shauna Reed. I've had her twice on the podcast. I had her back a few years ago, probably about 3 years ago I had her. And then just 2 years ago when we were all on lockdown, I had Shauna Reed come back on. But I've wanted to reach out and get her back on the podcast, though, but I'm a little bit scared for the fact I don't know what version.
I don't know what version you might get over this time. Over the past about 3 or 4 years, I've met so many different versions, and currently right now I'm trying to tame her so that maybe me and her can be a tag here coming in the future. So I'm trying to get her in check so we can become a cool tag team.
Yeah, that's it. It just scares me because I don't know if I'm going to get Victoria, Tavia, or just I don't know what's going on because it's like I may get all of them on.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, Shauna's my favorite, but we'll see. I guess.
Yeah, Ari, I may have to like do like a group video chat thing or something with all the
You
personalities.
might. Yeah.
Wow. But she has it going on. I mean, you know, what she's been doing and with her career in wrestling, just like yours, because what caught my eye on you was a couple years ago when I had Harley Fairfax on. I had Harley on the podcast and I mentioned one of the matches and it was a tag match she was in and you were in that tag match. And just recently I went back. It's been 2 years since I had that interview with Harley and it popped up on my feed there and I went back and listened to it. And I mentioned you on there and I said, I can't wait to see what great things she does. And here we are 2 years later and wow, it's been amazing for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long ride. Honestly, like looking back 2 years ago to now, I wouldn't believe where I'm at now compared to that. It's crazy.
Oh, I can believe it. I definitely can believe it because I'm watching FGW Shockwave every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. and seeing you come on there quite a bit, and then you were gone for a while, and then you came back, and you're pretty much full time on there now. But you're the second generation wrestler. Who was your father or mother? Were they?
My father, it's Vladimir Alexander. So
really?
it's the Alexanders where I've gotten my last name from. But yeah, he's awesome. My dad currently is not wrestling as much these days. He's getting older, but I think here soon he'll start coming around.
Nice. Have you? So you pretty much been around wrestling your whole life then?
Yes. When I was younger, I always watched it with my dad. It was like a thing that we always did. We would always watch wrestling, and then he started getting into it. So from what I can remember, I'd always be at shows. I was that young, shy girl, always in the crowd, just watching my dad. And then one day he was like, "Hey, do you want to walk me out?" And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I started managing my dad. We did a little storyline where I turned on my dad and I went with somebody else, this guy he was going against at the time. And this guy that was a promoter in Ohio, he was like, "You should have a match." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Not like a real match, but like a match." And I was like, "Okay." And as soon as I stepped in that ring, I told my dad, I was like, "Yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to do this forever." So we found me a training school and then took off from there.
Which training school did you go to?
I originally started at Ascend Pro Wrestling in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
It was Tim Lutz who runs the school.
Okay. How was it first time getting in the ring and taking a bump? Because I always love hearing about that there from everyone.
It is not what you think it is. I'll tell you that. The next day after I did my training, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot move. My body hurts." So it's definitely something you want to do. Like if you want to do it, then do it. But you have to be dedicated. You can't just do it and hate it. It's something you gotta want to do,
right?
For sure.
Right. You definitely have to. You definitely have to. Want it to get in there and do that there. Now, with your father being a worker, did he do any training with you in the ring? Did he show you anything?
Yeah, he did, but he always looked at it as like, "I'm your dad. I can only teach you so much. You got to go learn from other trainers as well and get more knowledge from other people. I only know so much." So that's what I did. I started going and training with other people. I trained with Tim Lutz for about a year and a half, and during the time I was training with him, I was training with Jimmy Wang Yang, he was on WWE a long time ago.
I remember him.
Yeah, he was awesome. And then I also trained with Cody Hawk and currently at OVW with Al Snow. So,
okay,
also all great people.
Okay, how is it training with Al Snow there at OVW? How is that?
He's a great guy, but he will tell you straight how he feels, and I love
it. He don't beat around the bush.
He's crazy too. You never know what you're going to get out of him either.
And I know what about training with Cody Hawk? How is that there at FGW training with him?
Honestly, he's one of the best trainers. He's awesome. Like, he's taught me so much since I started coming back to FGW here, like, consistently. He's taught me a lot. Just how he runs his operation is very professional, and it's great. I love it there.
Nice. So with going to school, getting the training, and getting out there, what promotions have you worked for?
OVW currently, I've did a couple AEW Dark matches, and then recently I did a TNA Dark match also.
Oh, nice.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
I did catch, since you brought up AEW, I did catch the 2 matches that you did on AEW. Yeah. That was pretty good there. I mean, you got out there. What 2 matches were there? Because I know you had a singles and a tag match.
Yeah, I had a singles. It was versus Julia Hart, and then I had a 3-on-3. It was me, Freya, and Angela. I think Angelica Risk, which she was awesome too. And then it was versus Anna Jay, Tay Conti, and it was the third girl. I've wrestled so many times. I'm like, who was the third girl?
Was it Red Velvet?
Yes, Red Velvet. Yes.
Yeah. How was that being there at AEW? How was the backstage? How was that there being back there? And just, did you meet a lot of people back there when you were there those 2 times?
Yeah, I met a whole lot of people, and everyone was really nice and respectful, and they helped you out, and catering was definitely awesome. All that free food was amazing. I was like, yeah, this is definitely for me. Free food and snacks all day. But yeah, it was awesome. Everyone was really nice. I went up to Chris Jericho and told him he was my dad, and he didn't believe me, but it was fine.
Wow. Well, I like to see the expression on his face when you told him that.
Yeah. He said, I am? And I was like, yeah, it's okay. You don't have to adopt me. I'll just take a little bit of money. He just laughed, and he was like, all right, well, I'm sorry, kid. I missed out on all your life. And I was like, I'm sorry. It's all right.
That's cool. He was able to joke with you on that there. That's amazing. I like that. I really do like that. And you pretty much, with the promotions you said that you worked with, and with OVW, I did catch some stuff with OVW there. And I had Reverend Ron on before there. I had him on. He was great. Have you ever worked and did anything with him?
Yes, I have. I've actually done a few segments with him, going on his segments on OVW. He's also a great guy. He's taught me a lot in the year and a half that I've been at OVW too. He's a great person. I believe he runs his own school too. So he's an awesome guy.
He is.
I call him, he's like my other wrestling dad.
Yeah, he's great. I had a really great conversation with him, just talking about OVW, just talking about a lot of different things, and talking about Grindhouse Pro. Have you been up to that promotion yet, or
I actually have not made it up there yet.
Okay. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to get up there at some point. Just, I'm always booked up on the days he runs his shows.
Yeah, you stay pretty busy there. I know a lot of talent, a lot of workers pretty much stay busy, because there's quite a bit of people that I follow on social media that they stay busy all the time. Like Billy Starks recently put a thing out there and put a post out there and said, all these podcasts hit me up. Don't hit me up till after April. Okay. And then a few weeks later, she just put one out and said, don't hit me up after June. And I wrote there in the comment, and I said, I'll hit you up after June, because I was like, let's break those numbers on that second most downloaded podcast on iTunes. She's great. She's been all over the place. Have you seen the stuff that she's done and what she's been doing. I don't know if you keep up with a lot of people.
I've been on I actually have never had a singles match with her, but I definitely would love to. We've been in like Royal Rumbles and woman matches, but she's awesome. She's a great kid for her age and how much she's done at such a young age. Well, I cannot wait to see what happens when she turns 18. That girl she's gone. You know what I mean? She's definitely going to get signed for sure, and she deserves every single bit of it.
She does. She does.
She's putting in the work. She's just very respectful and nice, and she has a great personality. I truly do believe that when she turns 18, she will be signed. She deserves it more than a lot of people that I know.
She does. She's worked hard at it and stuff. And I didn't realize at the time how old she was when I had her on. I was like, she's not even 18 yet, and she's already making this type of impact and mark in wrestling. Wow. That's crazy. It is. And when you did start out, you're pretty young yourself. When did you start out about the age she did, or were you a little bit younger or older?
I was a little bit older, so I started around like 18, and I just turned 23. So I started training. I trained for about like a year and a half before I even got into the ring and did a match, because I was one of those, I don't want to get in there and screw up. Like, I want to make sure I'm perfect. I'm a big perfectionist, so I wanted to make sure I trained for a long time before I even got in there. But everyone's different. Everyone learns at different paces. So, yeah. It's definitely started at, 18, I believe, young-ish.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much by the time she's like 23, 24, she's going to already be a veteran in wrestling years. Ain't that that's nuts, man? But
yeah, it is crazy.
But that's just how things are going now, and that's just how the times are now with a lot of talent now. I mean, like with I forget his name, from who's been wrestling for Game Changer Wrestling. He already has an AEW contract waiting for him.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yep.
Yeah, it just kills me. I can't think of the name right now.
I believe his name was Nick. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, Nick. Yeah, that's crazy. But I agree with you with Billy, because as soon as she turns 18, I wonder who's going to try to pick her up. I don't know if WWE or AEW, one of those big promotions, are going to have their eyes on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely. But talking about in the ring and wrestling, I did catch 3 of your matches. I pulled up 3 of your matches when I was searching on YouTube for Arie Alexander. And one of the first match here I'll bring up is XVW Cold as Ice. Arie Alexander versus Hollywood Haley J. That match there, man, she didn't even give you a moment, and you guys brawled all outside the ring before the bell rang.
Ooh-wee, yeah, I remember that match, bringing up memories. Hollywood is actually a very great friend of mine now. We used to have a little bit of beef back in the day, but she, very good friend of mine. Also, you can see her on OVW, and I think she'd be an awesome person to get on here one day. She has quite the personality. You probably won't even know how to react to her. But she's awesome. That match was crazy. We fought all over the entire arena. I believe that was for the title.
Mm-hmm.
I won the women's title that day. So that was an awesome moment. I believe that was like the first XVW women's champion. I held that title. So plan on getting that one back here soon, by the way.
There are you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get that title back.
I plan on getting that one back. I currently hold the next gen title there at XVW, and Maddie Exodus currently has the women's title, but I don't think she'll have it much longer. When she has to go up against me.
Nice. And another match I brought up, that I pulled up was Hollywood Haley J and Amazing Maria, the mother and daughter tag team going up against you and Dream Girl Ellie. That was an outdoor match there, and I liked the reaction. What I liked about this match was the crowd. The crowd didn't care for Haley and Maria, but as soon as you and Ellie came out, you got a pop there, and the crowd was for you guys. And
yeah,
that was a pretty good tag match. What I like about tag team wrestling is when you got one team, they cut off the ring. That's tag team wrestling right there. Cut off the ring and build up for that hot tag, build up for the double down and then go in for the hot tag there. And just, you come out, with that fresh person coming in there and just, let loose. That's what I like about that. But I was surprised on the finish there for that match. I didn't expect that. How was that for you there, teaming with Ellie against Haley and Maria?
I've been in the ring with all three of them so many times that it's just crazy now at this point. Ellie's awesome. I love working with Ellie and against Ellie. Same with Haley J and Maria. Maria is actually Haley J's mom, so that's what me and Haley J have a lot in common because we're both second generation. So that's cool, but it was definitely a crazy experience. Maria James has taught me a lot. She works for OVW as she's the women's agent, so she's taught me a lot herself. So being in the ring with three great people like that was a great time, especially on that outdoor event with all those people. It was a big, huge festival. Like you said, just the crowd, the energy from that crowd. That was the best experience. I don't even care about the match. That crowd was awesome.
Yeah. You fed off the crowd really good. That's one thing I noticed about you. You listen to the crowd, which is great because I don't really see that much with a lot of talent. They don't feed into the crowd. If you're face or heel, you feed into the crowd, and I don't see that a lot. And you have to do that because the crowd, you're there to entertain them.
Right. If the crowd's not happy, then your match isn't going to be good. It's all about what the crowd wants. Doesn't matter heel or face. You got to give them what they want. And that's been trying to learn to do that a lot better here lately. So it's definitely something you got to learn for sure. A lot of people would just want to go in there and do move, and don't think about what the crowd thinks. A lot of times the crowd don't care about all these fancy moves. They just want you to look at them and acknowledge them. So something you got to learn with over time.
Yeah, you do. The psychology. I working last year for CFWE as a production and editing and doing everything with their matches and just listening to the conversations in the back and listen to the psychology of putting a match together just amazed me because you got to have that in-ring psychology when you're in there entertaining and putting trust in that, your dance partner right there because you're out there to entertain and put on a good show. And who do you look like admire or favor or idol in wrestling? Who's your favorite?
I don't know if you probably won't get this one a lot, but Arn Anderson is someone that I look up to a lot because hence the name Double A.
I figured that.
Yeah. But yeah, he's awesome. I'm into old school wrestling, so you probably won't see me do a lot of flippy cool stuff, but you'll see me do a lot of old school type wrestling. So I'm definitely someone, and Ric Flair is another one, just because that's my dad's favorite. My dad is literally obsessed with Ric Flair. I believe if my dad met Ric Flair, my dad would probably pass out. But he'll kill me if I told anyone that, but it's fine.
My dad, unlike my father, best memories of growing up with my older brother, and watching wrestling with my dad. My dad was a Dusty Rhodes fan, and I've said this countless times on here on the podcast. My dad was a big Dusty fan. He hated Flair. He threw the TV out the door when Flair come on TV, and we would we nag my dad. It's like, hey, Flair's going to beat Dusty. And, we heckle him, and Dad, he'd get mad. And he was the same way with Jim Cornette. He wanted someone to take that racket out of his hand and hit him up beside the head. There's just some good memories there. Take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll dive more into the conversation right here. But first, there's a couple things I do want to mention. Keep up with the latest shows and content from Podcast City Network over on podcastcity.net. Follow them on facebook.com/Podcast City Network, Twitter @PodcastCityNet. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Podcast City Network. On Twitch, Podcast City Network. Podcast City Network, your top source for independent podcasting. Be creative, be yourself. Whether it's a sticker for your car, a t-shirt for that special someone, or a neck garter to keep safe during COVID-19, Podcast City Network has you covered. Grab the latest PCN gear today at podcastcity.net/shop to show your support for your favorite show or shows from Podcast City Network today. Want to start a podcast? Trying to grow your current show? Podcast City Network is here to help. We currently offer services for social media advertising, marketing, live stream hosting, custom logo design and branding, transcript services, custom intro and outro videos, audio video editing, press kits, one-on-one consultants, and much more. So don't wait. Contact us today. podcastcity.net/services. Head over to the website, fill out the form, get in contact with Podcast City Network. Have you ever wanted to start a podcast but didn't know how? Do you already have a podcast but you don't know how to grow it? Are you trying to find ways to make your podcast profitable? You can learn how to do it here at Podcast City Network. We offer consultant services, tutorial classes to help with learning to better expand your knowledge to grow your show. We also give access to our network of shows to help with cross-promotions, guests, and overall reach while becoming a part of our ever-expanding PCN community based on people helping people. The best part is no membership fee. So what are you waiting for? Fill out the contact form below right here over on podcastcity.net/join now and sign up today. Podcast City Network, your top source for independent podcasting. Be creative, be yourself.
You're listening to The Everett Lee Show.
One other match I have right here. I watched a bonus match that FGW put out on October 29th of last year. Was Arie Alexander versus Ryan Michaels.
Oh man.
I was impressed with this match because I liked the moves that you were doing, because from the first few times I've seen you at FGW, you're different now from what you were back last year or a couple years ago. You got out there and you've sharpened your skills a lot. And just in this match here, whatever he gave to you, you gave it right back, especially with the German suplexes. I can see why you're called the queen of the German suplex.
Right.
Yeah. And not to put Ryan Michaels, he'll probably kill me for this though, but I heard he said that you do a better German suplex than he does.
Yeah, he knows better. He knows. That match I had that match with Ryan Michaels, and from that match on, I was like, I love this guy. As I have to join the Blackheart Foundation. Like, I'm tired of being this nice hippie that everyone loves. I just want to be me, and show people who I really am. And Ryan Michaels brought so much out of me in that match. He brought literal blood, sweat, and tears out of me in that match. And it was awesome. I always look back and watch that match. It's probably one of my favorites that I've ever been in. He's my favorite person to be in the ring with. He'll kill me for saying this, but he's actually an okay guy, He's kind of an a-hole, but he's a good guy, and being a part of the Blackheart Foundation has taught me a lot, especially.
I could see it, which led to another match I want to throw out there, which I thought it was pretty much, to me, I would have to say it would be match of the year. That would be you in the 2 out of 3 falls match with Harley Fairfax.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah, you guys had the best of 7. I didn't know who was going to win that. That went on for quite a while. But then when you had that 2 out of 3 falls match there, man, you put it out. Both of you did. You put it all out there on the line. I mean, talk about blood, sweat, and tears. Arie,
wow, yeah.
Come on now. I mean,
yeah.
We got to talk about that match there. We got to.
Yeah. All of that leading up to the best of 7, Cody one day told me, he said, all right, you're going to do a best of 7 with Harley. We've never had a best of 7 in this area, especially for women. You guys go out and you guys decide what you want to do and have fun and kill it. So we were like, okay, cool, let's make the best out of it. It dragged on forever and ever. And then that last match was absolutely crazy. We were just like, let's just go out there and kill each other. That was the plan, and we did. She's a very tough competitor. I'll tell you that. I'll give it to her. We had a 30-minute time limit on the last match, and we went the whole 30 minutes. We did not stop, and there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that match for sure. And it was awesome. That was another one of my favorite matches. It was just crazy. Going through tables, thumbtacks, being hit with anything in the way. Anything you could think of, we were just killing each other with it. And that next day, I slept all day because I sure couldn't move.
I would say, yeah. You pulled out the tables. It was like a holy crap moment there when you guys pulled out the tables, and then when you pulled out the thumbtacks. As soon as you pulled out the bag, I'm like, no way. She pulling out thumbtacks. She going Mick Foley, Terry Funk. Oh, damn, man. Yeah. And of course, when you laid out those thumbtacks there and you guys just tossed, how was it pulling thumbtacks out at the end of that match?
Oh, we rolled over those thumbtacks like 100 times. When I came in the back, I had just thumbtacks all over. But my adrenaline was up so bad, I don't think I even noticed it. Most of them were in my head, and I got a thick skull, so I didn't even feel it.
Really?
But you like after the fact, after I got it pulled out, I was like, oh man, now I'm hurting. But during it, I just was like, just trying to win that best of 7. I didn't even notice.
The adrenaline there.
Yeah.
Now, did you pull them out by hand, or did you have to use pliers? I've seen that before.
By hand.
By hand. Okay. I've seen the pliers and needle nose used before. You're shaking your head no.
Oh no. I don't want that.
I have to give it to you, man. Doing a hardcore match like that you don't see that much with 2 women getting in the ring with the caliber of you and Harley Fairfax and just putting it all out there, going through tables, pulling out thumbtacks, and just how that match ended there. And I just loved it. It would have to be FGW's match of the year right there. I don't know what else is going to top that right there. I have no idea. You agree?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, it is. Cody was right by doing that there, because great story, great everything that was told right there with that right there. That's one thing I like about FGW is the long-term booking and story there, because still one of my favorite matches was Cody Hawk and Drew Skills.
Yes.
That was a great build up for there. And same thing with this one here. And yeah, you joined the Blackheart Foundation. FGW has been really interesting right now with everything that's going on. Matt Taylor, he's no longer the guiding light. That was a shock right there, man.
No.
I mean, how was your reaction to that, Matt Taylor, the Dark Star?
Yeah, that was crazy for me. I just remember being in the back and being like, "Wait, what? What is going on?" But it's awesome that like the storylines, everything definitely keep you on your toes every single week. For a show that runs every single week, something interesting happens every single week, and you never know what's going to happen.
Nah, you never know. You never know, especially with William Wolf as commissioner, man. I don't know what the heck happened. You know what I'm waiting for, Arie? I'm waiting for someone to hit him in the head, and I want to see Commissioner Billy. That's what I want to see.
I want to see that too. Honestly, I just want to see somebody hit him in the head. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that I'd like to see Commissioner Billy happen because I think things would change. It'd be a lot different. Jackson Breeze, I get a kick out of him, man. Him coming out with a walking stick and moonshine.
Yeah. He's always in the back trying to get me to drink his moonshine, and I always tell him no, I don't want to drink that nasty crap.
Wow. I'm pretty much just trying to get everyone to drink it back there, have a sip of it.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, if I see it being made, that's one thing, but
right. I don't want to drink that Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? I don't want to drink it. I don't know what's in that.
Excuse me. Still got a little bit of congestion in my lungs there from that head cold. I'm trying to get it out. I'm still trying to get that out, but it's better than what it was the last few days. But I love everything that you got going on. I love how you've evolved as a talent and with being with the Black Card Foundation. I know Ryan Michaels right now, he wants that championship. He wants to be the FGW champion because of the history and everything that's been happening with him. Do you see him getting that belt before the end of this year?
Absolutely. Like that's my best friend. That's my ride or die and my tag partner. We actually have a tag. We're a tag team. So we plan on tagging at a couple other promotions here soon, but definitely, he's going to win that title. I believe he's going to win that title. He has a title shot on May 6th, I believe, for the Mayhem show. So I definitely think he got this. He's going to win it, and he deserves it.
Yeah. It's Maximum Mayhem, correct?
Yes.
Yes. That's a pretty stacked card. What other matches they got going on with that right there?
Oh, I know it's him, and I would have to go look, honestly. I just know they posted a few on there of matches that was going to happen.
Well, actually, I've got FGW pulled up right here.
Awesome,
yeah. Yeah, I don't realize sometimes I got a computer in front of me that has internet access. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I'm pulling it up right here. A lot of advertisements. And there we go, right there. Maximum Mayhem. Looking at the poster there. Wow, that's a crazy poster. Singapore Cane match with Cody Hawk and Ryan Michaels. Wow.
That's gonna be a crazy one.
That is gonna be a crazy one right there. And then you have a Doors Galore match with Alpha Sigma and Roach.
I'll tell you what, them Alpha kids are crazy college kids. Those are some really crazy dudes. They're also awesome. Like, they're characters themselves. They're annoying college boys, but there's some should probably definitely get on here too.
Yeah, I like them. Have they tried to recruit anyone in their in their group?
In their pledge, I don't think so. I almost told Michaels, I was like, let's go join these college kids, and he was like, absolutely not.
It'd almost be like Revenge of the Nerds. I can see Ryan Michaels being ogre and putting someone through the table, just snapping him the wrong way and just putting someone through the table.
I got to be careful myself sometimes with him.
Yeah. It looks like Hook's return. that was a shock right there. I was glad to see the heavy metal Viking Hooks return, and he's going to be having a match against Todd Mullins. That's going to be great. Poor Todd.
Yeah, poor Todd. I'm sorry for Todd.
And then King of the Hill Battle Royal to crown an inaugural FGW Shockwave champion. I guess that's the new championship that's going to be happening right there. What are your thoughts on this new championship being introduced here at this event?
I'm excited for it, and honestly, I plan on winning it because I need to add some more gold to my little belt collection I have. So why not be the first ever FGW Shockwave champion? You know.
There you go. I'm surprised they haven't come out with a women's title or anything like that, but time will tell. I think it's in the works. I definitely think it's in the works. That'd be nice, but I do like the fact that they're throwing in another belt out there, which I think it's great because, I mean, there for a while there wasn't any tag team titles, and then they finally came out with the tag team titles, which I think is great because there's a lot of FGW has a lot of tag teams there, and like you said, you and Michael's tagging and stuff. You've tagged with Big Man too, haven't you?
Bun, yes, yeah. He's also part of the Blackheart. Awesome. He's our muscle right there in the group. No one messes with us unless they come through Bun.
Well, I mean, look, Ripper knows what he's doing. You know. That's
true. We got Ripper in his shoe. Ripper's shoe can beat up anybody, so we're definitely fine with Ripper too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Ripper there with the JJ Dillon shoe. So yeah, it works. It definitely works. But I'm excited for this event here. It's going to be on May 6th, and I love everything that's going on with FGW with you and the Blackheart Foundation. I'm tuned in. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next, and it's great. And do you have anything upcoming events for any other promotions besides FGW?
Yes, I currently have a show coming up. It's called Professional Wrestling Alliance. I'm the women's champion there. I have put my title on the line against Carmen Chaos. And then I have so many. And then I have War Wrestling coming up as well. Also great promotion. And then, of course, FGW. I have Ohio Valley Wrestling coming up as well. Hoping to get a women's title shot there someday. Trying to put that in the works.
Right.
And then I have Extreme Valley Wrestling coming up. I have to put my next gen title on the line in a ladder match. My first ever ladder match coming up. So
nice.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, that definitely be interesting. You've done hardcore. You're doing ladder match now. What other type of match you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
I would like to do it. I've done one cage match, but I would like to do another cage match. I think that was definitely fun.
Okay. I figured you'd say like doing like a submission match.
Yeah, I would like to do that too. I haven't even thought about doing like a strap match. I thought that would be kind of fun. So
that's amazing. That is, I definitely love it. And any last thing you want to add before we close out here on this episode?
You can follow me on Twitter at Arie Alexander AA. Well, it's just a Arie Alexander AA, not the actual double A. Make sure I say that. And then on Facebook, Arie Alexander. Hopefully, I get to meet a lot of people soon. My goal is to just keep traveling and getting out there and getting my name out there. So, and hopefully more AEW appearances and TNA appearances and whatever I can get on, honestly.
Nice. That's amazing. And I do want to thank you for taking time out tonight and coming on here and talking with me. I had a great time. Love to get you back on.
Yeah, me too. It was awesome. You're awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight on Podbeam Live with my guest, the second generation, the queen of the German suplex, AA, Arie Alexander. And if you enjoyed this episode tonight, you're going to enjoy next week's episode, because next week, on next Monday, on April 25th at 8 p.m. right here on Podbeam live stream, I'm going to have the Prestige athlete Jacob Rose on the podcast. So be sure to tune in. Boo. Oh, come on, man. Jacob's a great guy. He's a
great guy, but he's the one trying to get my next gen title on that ladder match. He's one of the ones in my ladder match. So I got to boo him because he's not going to get my title.
Okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. I get it. Yeah. You want to get that title. I definitely get that there. But tune in next week for the Prestige athlete, Jacob Rose. He'll be on the podcast here next Monday on April 25th at 8 p.m. right here on the Everett Lee Show. And you can follow more of the Everett Lee Show over on Facebook, Everett Lee Show, Twitter, at the Everett Lore Score Lee. And you can listen to this audio portion of this podcast on many of the audio platforms available, such as iTunes, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Music, and right here on Podbeam. And Podcast City Network, your top source for independent podcasting. Be creative, be yourself. Follow them over on podcastcity.net, Facebook, Podcast City Network, and Twitter at Podcast City Net. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone have a great night and a great week. We'll see you next week for another new episode of the Everett Lee Show.